Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be creating this cool navigation bar with Tailwind and React. Whenever you scroll, it sticks to the top and it's also responsive. Let's go ahead and decrease the screen size and you can open it up like that. And you can also scroll, it sticks to the top and opens up that way. You can also close it by clicking off the menu. So yeah, let's get started. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is create our app with Vite. I have the GitHub repository open on my other monitor, so I'll be looking back and forth just so I can get the code correct and try to explain things the best I can. So yeah, let's get started. I got a fresh folder on my desktop. I'm gonna go ahead and drag it in to VS Code and head over to Vite, do get started and copy that code. Go to my terminal and install Vite. Should be pretty fast. See, so for the project name, I'm doing a dot. If you guys don't know what the dot does, it's basically it creates the app in the folder that you're currently in, so that way you don't have to cd to the folder. So I'm going to do a dot for the name, Navbar, React, and we don't need to use TypeScript. I don't believe I use any TypeScript in this, but you know, you could just put TypeScript, I guess. And let's go at npm install. Oh, I spelled install wrong. Oh, it still works even with the 1L. That's funny. All right, so while that's installing, let's head over to Tailwind and Vite. So because we got to install Tailwind now. So once you get over to this this page, make sure that it says install Tailwind CSS with Vite, because I believe it's different if you go to like the regular installation. So let's see, so this Tailwind, so yeah, it looks totally different from that page. So let's just go back. So make sure it says install Tailwind CSS with Vite, and we can skip to step 2 because we already created our app. And let's go ahead and paste that in there. And while that's installing, we go to number 3 and copy the Tailwind config. And we're going to paste this into our Tailwind config file that it creates. So Tailwind config, I'm going to select all and paste. And then last but not least, number 4, I'm going to copy that. And once we copy that, we can just we could just keep it open for now, I guess. Head over to our index.css, select all, and then paste. And let's go ahead and npm run dev. And let's clean up some of this stuff. So I normally delete the app CSS. Get rid of that. And inside of app tsx, or it should probably be JSX if you didn't install TypeScript. But you just select all, delete, RAFE, and so we can just do that. And I believe that's really it. So we can see if our Tailwind is working. So head over to the link that Vite provides. It's localhost 5173. I'm not sure if it's different for everybody, but all right, we should see app. And now let's make sure our Tailwind is working. So class name, let's do a text red 5600, and nice, it's working. All right, so yeah, let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is let's create our component folder. Let me just do a quick record check, make sure I'm recording. All right, so create our component folder inside of the source. So components, and then in here we're gonna do our nav.tsx. All right, and RAFE. It's a little snippet that I showed in a few videos back. It's a little snippet that you can install. I forgot what it's called. Okay, so it's this one, ES7 plus React Redux React Native snippets, and you'll have access to that little snippet that I'm using, RAFE. and creates an arrow function and imports React from React, which I always delete anyway. So all right, so we got our nav, and now let's start styling it and getting stuff on the page. So first thing I'm going to do is delete this, put our parentheses, and we're going to do nav, and in here we're going to have our h1, and it's going to say space travels with a dot. The dot made it look so much better. I don't know why. So, and I'm adding space just so you guys can see everything. So adding, you know, this extra little space there. So that's that. And now we're going to do our UL. And inside of our UL, we're going to have our A tag, and it's just going to lead to nothing. And we're going to have home. Oh, actually, inside of this A tag, we're going to have an LI. It auto completes. There we go. And this would be home. And then we could just copy this and paste it 3 more times. 1, 2, 3. And so we got home, we got about, we got pricing, and we got testimonials. All right, hopefully I spelled that right. And we should see it on the page here. Oh, we didn't import it inside our app. So inside of our app, we can let's remove all of this here, and put some parentheses, and we could put a fragment like that, and then import our nav component like that. So now we should be able to see it. So now we got space travels and our our navigation links. So now let's style it up a little bit. So on a nav, we're gonna do a class name of flex, and that's gonna make it into a flex box. And then we're gonna do a justify, just so you guys can see it. Let me actually make this like that. I think that's better. We're gonna do a justify between and the item center. All right. And now let's give it a background color of like blue, so just so we can see everything. Do like a blue 400, just so we can see everything working. And so for the width, we're gonna do a width of 89%. So 89%, that. And as you can see, it's not center. So to center it, we're gonna do a M auto. That's gonna make it nice and centered. And we also gonna do fixed for this. I'm gonna do fixed, and then we're gonna do a top of 5. And as you can see, when we do that, it doesn't center anymore. So to fix that, I think we can actually remove M auto. Let me see what happens when we remove that. All right, so as you can see, nothing happens. That's because it's fixed now. So to fix that, there's a little trick. So we're gonna do a left of 1/2, which is 50%. And now we're gonna do a translate X -50%, like that. Now we back center, nice and center in our page. And we're gonna do a rounded XL like that, and a padding. I'm gonna do a padding of 6. A padding of 6. That's a little too big, really big actually. Let's give it a height. Let's do a height of 20. There we go. That looks better. All right. Now let's move down to our UL, because you can see it's going. We gotta make that into a flex box. Let's do a class name. The auto completes. Come on. It's not auto completing. Class name, and we're gonna do a flex on this, and we're gonna do a gap of 12. I believe that's what I did. A gap of 12, and we can do a cursor pointer. So if you just put cursor pointer like this, so cursor pointer, as you can see, it's working, but if you point in between, like in between the links, it's showing a cursor pointer. So to fix that, what we're going to do is actually we're going to grab all of the child elements by doing brackets, and inside of the brackets we're going to do the and symbol and the greater than symbol, and then we're just going to grab all of the LIs, and then we got to make sure we put it like that. My mouse is dying. Save, and now when you hover in the middle, you know, it disappears because this style is applied to just the child elements and not the entire UL. So just like that. Nice. And so that's that. And we're going to do I think that's it for that. What we can do now is fix up our H1 a little bit. Let's do a class name. Why is my autocomplete not working, dude? This really sucks. Let me zoom out a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this still. Alright. Hopefully you guys can still see that. Let me just make sure. Okay, perfect. Alright, so we're gonna do a class name of text 2L, 2XL, and we're gonna do a font bold. We're gonna do italic, and we also gotta actually install our font. So we're gonna do uppercase, and we're gonna do a text gray 700. There we go. We got a nice little logo there. And we actually got to install our font. So we're going to head over to Google Fonts right quick. Google Fonts. And here. And I believe the font I used was Ubuntu. I don't know how to say the word Ubuntu. Alright. And what I did, I always grab everything. I don't know why, but I don't think I'm gonna do it in this one. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do italic, medium italic, bold, and bold italic, basically every single thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the import and copy this, and I'm gonna put it inside of our index CSS. I'm gonna paste it up top of there, and I'm gonna do this. I think there's another way you can actually do this, but I'm just doing it this way. Font family, Ubuntu, and sans serif. If it autos complete, come on. There we go. All right, so now we should see that it changes. Nice. All right, so let's head back over. We can get rid of that. And all right, so we can actually get rid of the background blue, and we're gonna do a BG of white. BG of white. And just so we can see it for now, let's add a shadow. Add a shadow of XL. And as you can see, now we can see that it's there. All right, so I'm trying to see how we're gonna do this because it's a lot of code, man. This is a bunch of stuff. So for now, I say we head over to React icons and install that, because we're going to need some React icons. Let's hit this, copy that, and go ahead and install that. If it loads up. Oh, Oh, okay, I was down. All right. So install React icons, and there's two icons we're gonna grab. We're gonna grab a menu icon. So you just do put a menu, type in menu, and we're grabbing FI menu. So look for FI menu, which is this one. Copy, and then at the top, I'm gonna go ahead and import that. Import FI menu from React icons / FI, and we're gonna grab the gr close. So we're just gonna type in close, and we're looking for gr close, which is there. Copy that, and then import that as well. Gr close from React icons / gr. All right, nice. All right, so we got our icons, and now underneath here, underneath our UL, this is where our icon is going to be. All right, so we're going to do a div, and inside this div, we're going to have a button, and inside this button, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So for now, let's actually, we could just do it now, actually. So let's go ahead and import use state. Import use state from React. Because now we need to initialize some state here. So let's go head back to our project. And now inside of our function, our nav function, we're gonna do a const open menu, and then a set open menu, and this is going to equal a use state, and initial value is going to be false. All right, and then underneath here we're going to do a menu handler. Can't even say the word. And so this is basically just going to toggle when a menu is open and closed. We're going to do a const menu handler. You could name this whatever you want, by the way. Menu handler, and just do an arrow function, and one simple line of code. We'll just do a set open menu, and we're gonna set it to toggle open menu, like that. All right, and for the button down here, we're gonna make that an OnClick, and we're gonna just set it to our menu handler, like that. All right, so now inside of our button, this is where it's about to change up a little bit. So we're going to render out our icons. So I'm gonna do brackets, and we're gonna do, so if the menu is open, we want our gr close icon, right? Not like that. So we want our gr close icon, and else we want our fi menu icon when it's not open, like that. And we want open menu, like that. All right, so I don't think, oh, we gotta npm run dev. I was wondering why it's like I don't see anything on the screen. All right, npm run dev. All right, come on. We should be able to see our menu. Okay, so now when we click on it, it should turn into X. There we go. Click on it. So it's toggling between our open menu and close menu use state function there. So let's actually make it a little bit bigger. So we're going to give each one of these a size of 25, like that. And we can just copy and paste this one inside of this, like that. Just make it a little bit bigger. And when we toggle, it's like that. Nice. All right, so what we want is, so we don't want this there whenever, you know, the screen is this size. We just want it there whenever we on mobile. So let's do let's give this a class name, and we're just gonna simply do a medium of hidden, and it should disappear. So now whenever we get below medium, it appears right there. Nice. All right, so that's that, and I believe that's all the code for that section, so we shouldn't have to touch that anymore. All right, so now let's give our links a nice hover effect right quick. So let's just, on the li, we'll just do a class name of hover, and we're just going to do a text blue 400, sorry. And what we can do is just copy this class name on all of them. Class name. Alright, and this is going to give it, you know, nice hover effect whenever you're hovering over the links. Let's get rid of this. Alright, so cool. So now let's start styling mobile first, I guess. Like not mobile first because we actually started with desktop, but let's just bring our window screen down like that. All right, so what we want to do is for the UL, we want to let's start with that. So what we're going to do is trying to think, what should we do first? Let's add a font medium here, like that. And so we're gonna do position absolute. This is gonna be the default position absolute, like that. And then we're gonna do, for medium viewports and up, we're gonna do a static. So just so you guys can see, so right now it's position absolute, but if we go past medium, it goes back to our default. See, it goes back to static. And we're gonna do, so whenever we're here, we're gonna do a top of 20. It's gonna bring it down, and we're gonna do a BG of white because we're adding a background to this, so you won't see this now, but the BG of white. And we're gonna do a max MD of padding 3. All right, like that. And yeah, I think that's really it for now. Actually, let's do this now. So let's get rid of the quotes like that, and then we're gonna do backticks. But before we do backticks, we actually have to put these inside brackets. Put this class inside a bracket like that, and now we should be able to do backticks. So let's recopy it and do some backticks, and now we can play around with this a little bit. So after this P3, let's go underneath here just so you guys can see. We're going to do let me see how I did this. So we're gonna do the $ symbol like that, and we're gonna do open menu. And so if it's open menu, we want to return basically nothing, but when it's not, it's going to be hidden. We gotta put that in quotes like that. All right, so as you can see, whenever we open it, it's open, and when else it's hidden. So there we go. It's nice. And open it, but as you can see, it's disappeared there. So to fix that, what we're gonna do is let's change this to MD flex like that, and that should bring it back. Get rid of it. Nice. We got a menu. Bam. We got our menu. So I mean, that right there is how you make a responsive header. but you know, I'm gonna add all the styling and you know, more logic into it, because as you can see, whenever we open it up, we can't click out of the screen. So I'm gonna fix that and style it up a little bit better. So, but yeah, it's really that simple how to make a responsive header. But so everything I'm doing now is extra. All right, so so that's that, and let's go ahead and do a let's add a text center on here too as well. I'm clicking off the thing. All right, so let's do a text center like that, and we should be able to be nice and center now. All right, nice. All right, so now let's go ahead and try to think. Let's go ahead and add our background and stuff just so we can see it a little bit better. So I'm gonna create another component, and we're gonna just name it just hero.tsx. All right, and what we could do is RAFE on. It's not auto-completed. Nice. My computer, man. I don't know if it's my computer or if it's just VS Code doing it. But all right. RAFE. All right, cool. Doesn't want to do it. All right. It's loading. Come on, man. This snippet made me so lazy. I don't feel like writing that, so whatever. Cons hero. Just write it, I guess. And we're just gonna do a return. Alright. And let's go ahead and export it. Export default hero. Just so we can go ahead and import it inside of our app. Right underneath here. Give hero components. Alright, cool. And alright, so let me go ahead and open that up on here so I can see what we did. Hero. Alright, so yeah, this isn't that much code. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is let's find an image. But for now, let's just do a div. Do a div and just put hello, just so we can get rid of that. All right, so let's go to Unsplash. That's where I normally get my images from. Unsplash, and the image that I found, I believe I typed in, I forgot what I typed in. Oh man, rocket or something. Oh no, I typed in space. And it is somewhere here. I want to find the exact one just so you guys can know where I got it. And maybe I'm gonna definitely link it inside the description. There we go, this one. All right, so there's two ways you can actually do this. You can copy the link and make an array, but doing that, I found that the image is like pixelated. So I just go ahead and download it, and I do large because we want a nice large image. So then I'm gonna go ahead and show in folder, and I'm gonna actually rename it to hero. I already got a hero. Well, since I already got it, I'll just go ahead and just use the one I got. Where is it? Where is it? A hero image. All right, I'm gonna drag that into my public. Get rid of that. And I believe that's the only images we need right now. So we'll go back to our hero. Let's go ahead and import it. Import hero image from // public / hero image.jpg. I think that's the right thing. All right, so let's go ahead and render this out on the screen. So we're gonna do parentheses, and we're gonna do a div. Why is my autocomplete not working, man? This is really annoying right now. And we're gonna do our image in here. So let's do an image. Look, it's still not working. Only when I do that. All right, src, and our src is just gonna be hero image. And for the alt, we're just gonna do space image. I don't know, like that. And now we should be able to see it. Nice. All right, cool. Let's give it a class name. Do a class name, and we're gonna do a width of full. That's basically a width of 100%, a height of screen, and an object cover. Always do this all my images in case. And we're gonna do position relative, and we're gonna give it a zindex of -100. So there's a reason why I'm doing that, by the way, and you guys gonna see here in a second. So we got an image. Nice. This looks great so far already. Nice. Still got to move that over to there. And yeah, so let's go ahead and make that go back out. Make sure you guys can see that. Bring it in some. All right, cool. All right, so after the image, let's go ahead and do our H1 that I have on it's called Explore, Discover, Sour. Let's do a little H1 right quick. If it autos completes, H1, come on, man. All right, so our H1, and this is gonna be Explore, Discover, and I think it's not, I said sour, I think it's soar. Some shit. I got that off the internet. I typed in I forgot what I typed. I typed in travel, 3-word travel slogan or some shit like that. The class name. All right, so for the class name, let's make this responsive. All right, because we can't see it. I think it's underneath. As you guys can see, it's right there underneath it. So let's make it a little bit bigger. So first we're gonna do a text of 5XL, right? So that's the default. And we're gonna do a position absolute, and we're gonna do a top of 15 rem. I'm gonna do the brackets 15 rem like that, and we're gonna do a left of 1/2, which is 50%. As you can see, it's right there now. Just so you guys can see it, let's do a text of white like that. And let's get it right in the middle. So to get it in the middle, we're gonna do that little trick that I just showed you guys on the other component. We're gonna do, so we already did the left 50%, but now we're gonna do a translate of X, and we're gonna do a -50%. That. So it's nice and centered now, to be honest, but just to add that extra layer, we're gonna do a translate Y of -50%. All right, nice. Right, it's right where we want it, and we're just gonna do a font bold and a italic like that, and then we're gonna do a width of full and a text center. Like that. All right. So now you see we got it there, but it's not really responsive. Well, it kind of is. It actually looked nice like that, but we actually want it bigger here. So to make it responsive, where are we at? So we got text 5XL like that, and I actually should just make this a little bit bigger. You guys can see it. All right, so where are we at? So text 5XL. So that's the default. So that's going to be on mobile. So for medium and up, I want a text 6XL. 6XL. All right. And then for large, I want a text 8XL. Nice and big. Yeah, nice. So now when we bring it down, as you can see, it goes perfectly and it's nice and responsive. Nice. All right. I'm actually gonna bring it out like that. All right, cool. So what else? I think that's everything in this page. So I did add a little something. So as you can see, like the text, it kind of like don't fit in with the background. Like you can like barely see it. So what I did, I added like this little div on top of this. So I did a div, and this is optional. So I did nothing inside this div. So I did a class name, and I did a width of full and a height of full. So this is basically height 100%, width 100%, and I did a BG of black, right? And now I did position absolute. But now the screen should turn black, so as you can see. So I did like this little filter. So on the BG black, you do a dash, and you just play around with the number. I did 10. So this is opacity, and now you can see the text a little bit better, in my opinion. So let me just show you guys. So this is with the filter on. So that's with the filter on, and this is going to be without the filter. Let's cut it. So that's without the filter. So it does make a difference. So I highly recommend putting that little filter on there. All right, so that's that. And I think that is everything inside here that we need to do. Let me just make sure. So yeah, we can go ahead and close out of this section. And as you can see, the filter is actually on top of the nav as well. So we're gonna fix that by giving the nav a zindex. So let's go ahead, head over to there. So for the nav, let me open this up. And all right, so we're gonna give the nav a zindex of like just 20 or 10. Let's just do 20. Now you can see it back. All right, so let's go ahead and add our scroll effect now. But before we do that, we need to add some like white space in the bottom just so we can scroll, because right now we can't scroll. So what I did, I just created like just a little component. I literally named it white space tsx. You guys could put like a box and some lorem or something, but you know, I'll just do it like this for now. Actually, I might just put some lorem. And for some reason my autocomplete still isn't working. This is crazy. Hold on. Maybe if I change it and go back to it. TypeScript. Let's see if that works. Yeah, it's still not working. Maybe if I close it out and go back to my let's close it out. And then we're gonna open it back up. All right. Open it back up. All right. Hopefully this works. Come on. Let that give it 1 second to load. RAFE. RAFE. Yeah, it's still not working. That sucks. Oh, there it goes. Hey, it's working. RAFE. There we go. Alright. So I just named it white space, and what I did was actually, let me open it up on here. Components, white space. And what I did, I just returned a div in here. That's still not auto-completing. There we go. And I just did a div, and I just gave it a class name of aspect square, which I believe is just giving it an aspect ratio of 1 and 1, so it makes like a square. And I just gave it a pattern of 10. That should give us some white space at the bottom, but I actually might just add some text just so I think that's more logical. npm run dev. Alright. Oh, we gotta add it to our app actually. White space, components. That. Alright, as you can see, we got our white space and we can scroll now. Alright, so there's a way to get rid of this bar as well. A little scroll bar there. Alright, so now let's actually, so as you can see when we scroll, we want the nav to stick to the top. It just doesn't look right when you're scrolling like that. As you can see, it goes like, it just doesn't look right. So let's head over back to our nav. And we actually gotta set some more state for this. And we're gonna use some more state. So let's do a const. And we're gonna do scrolling. And we're gonna do a set scrolling. And we're going to equal that to use state, and it's going to be false for the initial value. All right, so underneath our menu handler, let me just spread this out a little bit. Underneath there, we're going to do a use effect and arrow function like that, and we actually got to import use effect from React. Use effect. All right. And separate that a little bit. All right, so we got our use effect, and in here we're going to do a const handle scroll, and this is going to equal arrow function, and we're going to do a if else statement. So we're going to do if window dot, so this is built in, should give us some autocomplete if I'm not mistaken. Window dot, let's see if what it gives us when it loads. Sorry, taking forever. I think I have to update my VS Code because I keep getting the little update notification. All right, if it doesn't load, then we'll just go ahead and just continue. All right, so we're gonna do an update. We're gonna do if window scroll, and we're gonna do y is greater than 0. We're going to set our scrolling to true. All right, and then else we're just going to set it to false. Set scrolling to false. All right, so outside of our handle scrolls, right underneath here, but still inside of the use effect, we're going to do a window. Hopefully it gives me an autocomplete now. Come on, there we go. As you can see, you got all these autocomplete. You can do window. I don't know what half of these are. I know a few of them. Document type. There's a bunch of them. So we're gonna do window dot add event listener. And we're just gonna do scroll and we're gonna do handle scroll like that. All right, and make sure it's right. And now underneath this, we're gonna do we're gonna return 0 function. In these brackets, we're just gonna do a window dot remove event listener. Plain JavaScript. It's JavaScript. That's all React is. Just JavaScript. And I'm gonna do scroll, and then same thing, handle scroll. So like that. All right. And make sure I spelled it right. It's just don't it looks weird. Scroll. All right, and we need to put our dependency array so we won't mess up anything. It's fire at one time. And yeah, so that's that. And now what we can do is go down here and get rid of these, and we're gonna replace those with brackets like that. And we're gonna recopy it and put our backticks now like that. All right, so everything still should work even though we did that. And now we got to start rendering stuff out conditionally. So to make it easy, right underneath but still inside of our backticks, let's just make some space so like that. All right, so we're going to do scrolling. So if it's scrolling, so when scrolling is true, we're going to do a top of 0, right? And we're going to do a width of full, and we're going to do a rounded of none, right? So let's just see what happens now. As you can see, it's not working because we don't have an else yet. So let's do our else. Let's just do a else of we can just do an else of just fixed, and we're gonna do a top of 5. So basically the same thing as this. We're gonna remove these, so remove that, and top of 5, and we're gonna do a rounded of XL like that, so we can remove it from here. That. All right, cool. Scrolling. Oh, we gotta put, oh man, we gotta put the $sign. That's why that wasn't working. Like that. And and this gotta go into parentheses like that. There we go. Scroll. Nice. As you can see, it's broken though. So yeah, as you can see, it's kind of messed up. You see it's going like that. What the world? All right, so we got that. All right, so we got our flex, and now let's actually add our M auto back because I got it on mine, so just don't want any bugs. All right, cool. And I believe we gotta make it we got fixed, we got top 5, we got rounded, yeah, I believe that's it for that. But I wonder why it's not getting stuck on the page. What else? Oh, because we gotta add fix here as well. There we go. Go down. Nice. There we go. Nice. And we can actually increase this a little bit. Let's do 100. I got 0 for mine, but let's just do 100. So that way you can give it some time and then it changes once it hits like the text. So yeah, I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that looks way better. Cool. And as you can see, our menu stuff is, even on mobile it works, but as you can see, we gotta edit that now. All right, cool. I believe that's everything for that part. Our nav styling. Let me just make sure. We got MD. So we got pattern 6. Let's add a MD of pattern 12. That actually I don't like that. Let's remove that. I like the one we got. I like that. That looks way better. Yeah. I just make sure it's nice and responsive. Nice. Alright, cool. So alright, so let's go down to our UL and let's start styling this conditionally as well. So we already did the hidden. So now underneath that one, let's do our scrolling one. So let's do scrolling. And actually, before we do that, let's finish styling this up a little bit more. We got our flex. I'm on the wrong thing. All right, so we got a gap of 12, font medium, absolute, MD static, top 20, BG white, pattern of 3. I wonder why it's not. Okay. All right, so here, let's go ahead and render out our, let's do scrolling, and we're gonna do a question mark. So if it's scrolling, actually I'm gonna do it like that. So we're gonna do scrolling, and then we're gonna do a top of 12, right? We're gonna do a width of full, and we're gonna do a right of 0, and then we're gonna do a rounded bottom of none. All right. We gotta do the else. For now, we could just do else null. I just want to see something first. All right. Cool. All right. So instead of null, we're gonna return. For else, it's gonna be just rounded bottom of XL, and we're gonna do a right of 5. All right. Let's see how that looks. Nice. So we got the right of 5, but whenever we scroll, now we get the full. We get the thing there, and then it switches to there. Nice. All right, cool. So now let's add the OnClick to where, you know, you're open the menu, but you want to click out of it. Instead of clicking this X, you can just, you know, click on the screen. So to do that, so there's actually a bunch of ways you can do that. And the easiest way that I found was the way I'm about to show you guys. Instead of adding, you know, the use effect. Oh, we got some issues up here. Okay. All right. So with 89%. Let me just make sure. Flex, just for item. Scrolling. Top of 0 with full. So instead of fix there, let's add fix inside like that. And still getting some errors there. Rounded XL. Just make sure. Left, translate, auto. Let's ignore those for now. Yeah, I'm not sure why that's happening. Applies the same CSS properties as with full. But if I remove that, it's not gonna, I don't understand why that's happening. Yeah, that must be, this must be like a bug or something. Yeah, it says loading. Yeah, let's ignore that for now. All right, so underneath here, so outside of our nav, right? Outside of this, we're going to do a we're gonna do some brackets. Do brackets, and we're gonna do open menu. So when the menu is open, we want to return a div. And actually, let's remove this for now because we got to do our fragment. I think that's why my autocomplete isn't working. Get rid of that. And then put it there. And as you can see, the stuff is disappearing now. I think it's just, I don't know, my computer's going slow. All right, so we're gonna do brackets, and we're gonna do if the menu is open, the menu, we're gonna return a div, and inside this div, it's gonna be nothing. So we're gonna do a div. So we're gonna return a div, and then else is gonna be a null. I'm gonna return null, and so inside this div, it's gonna be nothing. Let's just do a class name of do height of screen. So it's going to be height of 100 VH. I'm going to do a width of screen. And we're going to do position absolute. And we're going to do a top of 0 and a left of 0 and a Z index of 10. All right, so we shouldn't see anything, but once we add the OnClick on this div, we're gonna do an OnClick, and we're just gonna use our menu handler function. So now, whenever we open our menu, we should be able to click on the outside of it, and it closes. So that's the easiest way that I found that to do this. There are plenty other ways. You can use effect, use ref, and use state, and you can use all that stuff, but it's just a little practice project. And yeah, so that's that. And I'm trying to think of what else. Is that it? Did we? Oh no, look. Whoa, what has happened? Okay, so we gotta figure that part out. So so something to do with our scrolling. So actually, I think it's probably something down here. Let's see, justify between item center. All right, let's see. All right, so what is happening is this. Okay, I see now. We have to add, so whenever we're scrolling, these styles are applied, but we don't want these styles to apply every time we scroll now. So we want it to apply when we're scrolling and open menu. I believe it's like that. So there we go. Now it's nice and it looks way better like that. Open it up, we got our links, we can close it, and then when we start scrolling, we also have our menu there. It does need some more padding though, so let's actually fix that a little bit. Let's just give it maybe a padding of 6. See how that looks. And I think for it to take change, we actually have to take this max MD padding and put it in our else statement, if I'm not mistaken, like that. Yep, perfect. And then let's see how it looks here. Nice. All right, cool. Nice and responsive. All right, so I believe that's it. Let's head over to the white space, and I'm actually gonna just add maybe like some lorem here because I don't know, it just doesn't look right when it's just white. So what we can do is let's add a background color to this background, just blue 700 800, I guess. See what happens. All right, cool. And underneath this, keep it like that. And then underneath the div, we'll just add a p tag. And lorem, if it, I don't think it's gonna work like that. And let's do a class name of flex. And do a height of, this is like all outside of the the tutorial, by the way, so you guys can probably just click off this video if you want right now. Height of, let's do a height of 80. All right, cool. And let's do a margin top of 10 and a item center, justify center, nice. And now let's go get some lorem generator. There's a generator for everything. It's crazy. There's image filter generators for CSS. They come really in handy. Oh, I could have just copied all of that. Let's just copy this and paste it all in there. Nice. Now we got our lorem. Give maybe this a padding of 10, like that, and a gap of 6. All right, cool. All right, guys, so that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys followed along and created this cool little navbar. It looks really nice in my opinion. Definitely gonna probably add this to my full stack e-commerce site that I'm working on. And yeah, I try to explain the stuff the best I can. I do apologize. That's the whole reason why I'm creating these tutorials on my channel now, is to teach myself to try to explain code a little bit better than what I do now. So that's the whole reason why I started doing tutorials in the first place. And yeah, hopefully you guys followed along and created this, and I do appreciate you guys for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for the people that watch my daily coding journey videos. And for the people that watch my tutorial videos, I will see you guys next tutorial. I will try to drop a tutorial once a week. So yeah, see you guys then. Peace.